We loved Monopoly. It was good. I think Monopoly, it was good to eat up the hours. It taught us all the wrong lessons in life. It taught us to be ruthless and drive your friends to the point of tears, right? Stealing away everything they own so that you could build up an empire for yourself. It also emphasized that money was the answer to literally everything. Right? If somebody in playing, we had these house rules that if somebody drew a get out of jail free card from the community chest, anybody could bid on it if that person wanted to. So you could suddenly auction off your get out of jail free card. And we would just be throwing money because we knew that was a great card to have. Because if you got stuck in jail, you just lost up to 3 turns of the game. And you didn't want that. So having that one card was worth all the money you were throwing at it. So we kind of learned that, flash your cash, your problem would go away. Now let's be honest. Money does solve a lot of problems in our life. But money also creates problems. We need to be very aware of that, such as weakening our dependence on God's daily grace and provision. The more you have, the less you feel like you need God. There's that tendency, there's that danger, that temptation that can start emerging in our lives. It can be one of just many things that strangles our desire for God. And anything that's strangling our desire for God, we need to loosen that grip a bit. So Jesus points out here that the wealthy find themselves vulnerable to that temptation more than most. This is really disturbing news to Jesus' followers. They had been operating under the assumption that if you were wealthy, that was God blessing you so tremendously because of who you were. Not just because he loved you, but because of what you had done. You were such an outstanding, upstanding, wonderful person with a lock on heaven that God, of course, would bless you so greatly with wealth. But if that's not true, if money wasn't an indication that you were blessed by God and you were going to heaven, if your position and your education didn't stop you from having to go up to somebody and saying, how do I inherit eternal life?